Our Bayan Wang in Tremonton. Bayan, thank you very much. I want to show you, we've seen a little bit of a change at the scene here in Taylorsville outside the medical examiner's office. Take a look. We see those officers back on their motorcycles today, making up this police motorcade. Again, they're going to be heading from Taylorsville onto I-15 northbound up to Tremonton, Garland area, where they will leave the first officer, and then they will continue onto Logan, where they will head to the funeral home there. I'm told about 100 different first responder agencies are here as part of this procession to show their support. We've got incident management, we've got fire management, and obviously many officers from Park City to Summit County Sheriff's Office, a wide range. They've estimated over 50 or 60. If you take a look, I want to see if my photographer Todd can pan a little bit to the left. We've spotted one of the hearses there waiting as we see people line the driveway in front of it. That white hearse, I want to remind you, we've been told there are two hearses obviously carrying both of these officers. We have both officers. We have Officer Estrada and Sergeant Sorensen. I learned a little bit about them just in the past few minutes. Sergeant Lee Sorensen was 56 years old. He's survived by his wife and their children. 17 years of experience as a law enforcement officer. 16 of those were at the Garland Police Department. Now, something I want you to be aware of, he was just recently promoted to sergeant and planned to be sworn into his new role on Friday, August 22nd. We also have Officer Eric Estrada. He was 31 years old, survived by his wife and their two kids. He began his law enforcement career in 2017 with the Logan Police Department. And then he first joined Box Elder County Sheriff's Office, where he first served in the jail. Both have served a few years now, and we see the support and the impact they have made by the number of people showing up here today. We've got a long range. You see them standing here on their bikes in the motorcade, the red and blue lights flashing. The people standing by the hearses, we are waiting any moment now for them to take off on this procession, leaving here from Taylorsville up north to the Tremonton area and then all the way up into Logan. Again, I mentioned some of these people who've showed up today. I want to introduce you to one of them. I want you to meet my friend, Mr. Kirby. Mr. Kirby, thank you very much. Robert Kirby, we're so glad to be with you today.
You're welcome.
Can you tell people back home who don't know you who you are and what you do?
I'm the historian for the Utah Law Enforcement Memorial. It's my job to track down officers who have been forgotten and then to make sure officers who lose their lives more recently are remembered correctly.
And Robert, can you tell us, paint a picture for the people who aren't here today? What are we seeing today, and what can we expect to see as the procession departs and continues to head up north?
Well, it's going to be tough because it is rush hour, but also at the same time, you're going to have people lining the streets in different places that they go to pay their last respects to the two officers who were killed recently.
And speaking of those last respects, I noticed there are handfuls of people gathered here in Taylorsville at the medical examiner's office. I spoke with them. I saw you speak with some of them, and I know there's a lot of emotion here today. Can you tell me more on that?
One of the things that you have to remember, everybody should remember, is that there is a price society pays for us to be able to leave our homes and believe that we're going to be able to come back. And that price is the blood of officers, police officers, and military people. They ensure our freedom to come and go as we please. And so when they're killed in the line of duty, we have an obligation to honor them and to let their families know that we are never going to forget.
And we see that support here today. I think that's one of the themes that we have seen so far and will continue to see in the coming days is Utah showing up and supporting our officers, and especially those who are affected by this tragedy. Final question for you. I spoke to you a little over a year ago when we were on a day similar to today here honoring Sergeant Bill Hoosier. Did you expect to be back here so soon in such a similar situation?
As a matter of fact, yes, because I know that the faster society grows, the more dangerous it becomes, either because of traffic. I mean, you look at these guys on the motors, we have officers get killed in traffic driving these. So yeah, I fully expect to be back here within a year. We've lost 152 officers in Utah so far since the beginning of the pioneers coming here, and that price is going to be a constant in our society. And so we show up here, the citizens and the officers, to pay our respects to people who gave their all. And it's not just for the officers, it's for their families to know that we appreciate the price that the family pays for this.
Thank you very much, Robert Kirby, everyone. We thank you. We appreciate it. We wish it was under better circumstances,
Yeah,
but
I do too.
Thank you for coming today. I want to give you another look here as we see we're still waiting here in the motorcade, those lights flashing, ready to go at any moment's notice. We have our eyes on one of those hearses over there as people are lining that driveway, waiting for that. Brian, I want to tell you back in studio again, just the environment we're feeling here at the medical examiner's office. We've spoken to many who didn't even personally know these two officers, yet they still wanted to show up here today to show their support for the fallen officers' families, for their colleagues, and for the communities. Again, another example of Utahns showing up to support in time of need. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Sarah, the air feels heavy there as we get ready for that procession. We're going to keep an eye on that and the tragedy in Tremonton as this story plays out. You can stay with us on the air, abc4.com, on the website there. And we're going to begin our streaming coverage of that procession at 5:30 on our streaming app, News for Utah Plus, for your TV.